All right, what's up? Hey, Hoff here, and welcome to Hoffcast, the show where we discuss current events, theories, and laugh at the insanity of the world. It is episode 186, No White. And it is currently March 16th, 2025, coming to you from Columbus, Ohio here. Welcome, everyone. Happy early St. Patty's Day. I'm quite Irish myself. Not gonna lie. I'm on. The title is No White. I'm very white. If you see the thumbnail there, it's Hoff is Snow White, which I am. I'm a very white man, and I'm proud of my whiteness. You know, screw everyone else. Screw the liberals. I'm proud of being white, man. I got no shame in my whiteness. All right. So I'm pretty Irish. It's okay if you're not white and you want to celebrate. If you're not Irish, you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I'm not gatekeeping out here or nothing like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's right, Jim. We're all Irish tomorrow. I ain't gatekeeping as an Irishman, you know. But I think the Irish, their history is crazy. When you think about St. Patrick's Day, it's about like when they're running the snakes out of Ireland. It wasn't literal snakes. It was like pagans, wasn't it? Something like that. And it was about a religious debate, basically, is what it was. So, and I think the Catholics won that one. I think that's what's going on there. Irish Catholics. Cheers, bosses. Welcome to Hoffcast. We're going to have a good one tonight. I'm glad to see you all here. I'm glad to see you in the chat here. What's up, Jim? How you doing, bro? What's up, Papa Cotton? What is up, my man? Tony Nasser. I have to thank Mr. Tony Nasser for the, as we do every week currently, for the amazing thumbnail. I put it up on Instagram. People love it. Yeah, he did a great job. I just throw him an idea and then he runs with it, and he always comes up with something amazing. So everyone thank Tony for the amazing thumbnail for tonight, and also the past few, because he does great work. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him later on in the episode if he feels like coming by. Let's see. Hand of Seeds, what's up? Anyone ever tried to go vegetarian? If so, it was hard. No, I would never, ever attempt to do that. And I don't recommend doing that. It's kind of important that humans consume protein and meats, as long as they're like, you don't want to be eating too much Chinese food or going to Springfield, Ohio, you know, and they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. But yeah, I would never recommend going vegetarian or vegan. There's too much good meat in the world. Eat bacon. You know what I mean? Bacon is delicious. Eat it. I got this light on over here. It's blinding me. I'm gonna lower that thing a little bit there. That's how much I care about you guys. I'm trying to make this good looking show. Like I said, my production, I'm trying to get it better and better all the time. We're doing pretty good out here now. But yeah, that's a blinding light. It's still blinding the hell out of me. There, hopefully that's way better. Oh yeah, now I can see the TV. Cool. All right. Hope everyone's doing well. This is going to just be kind of just a fun random episode, but I think the theme for tonight's episode is going to be as it's not unusual for the theme to be brainwashing. You know what I mean? About the brainwashing of society and the world. I think it's a pretty common topic around here, but tonight's a lot of our stuff is we're going to be going over things like that. So cheers to you, bosses. Glad you're all here. Yep. Jim says we're all Irish tomorrow. I already went over that comment, but yep. Cheers to that. That's not too far from now, actually. What is it? It's about a half hour from now, 36 minutes. Anyways, yeah, we're going to have a fun time tonight. I want to thank you all for being here. I got just a lot of fun stuff. As you all know, I don't know if we're really going to get into this too much. I'm not one of those channels that really cares about movies too much. You know, we don't just, there's a million channels on the internet that talk about movies, and I don't watch a lot of movies. In fact, I kind of refuse to most of the time, to be honest with you. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't care. Also, why would I ever go see a movie like Snow White that's coming out this weekend? I've been wanting to do this idea for this thumbnail for a minute, but I waited until the week this movie's supposed to come out. Who knows if they'll even put this movie out? Let's see. Just need some visual aid here. Snow White. I just need some visual aid for this. Let's just look at some images and that'll be fun here. But it's much like, it's much like oh geez, look at this. Open image in new tab. Share this. Oh geez, look at that. As a great woman, Miss Brie Larson once said, this movie's not made for 40-year-old white guys. And I'm not quite at 40 yet, but I'm getting close. And I would say that this movie, she's right, is not for me. And I know Brie Larson has nothing to do with this movie, but I feel like she did. I feel like she had her hand in it somewhere. She's all got her hand in the Disney pot, in the feminist agenda pot, stirring that thing around a little bit. So, but it's just funny, man. Like, I'm not going to go over anything that you guys don't already know here, but it's literally a movie called Snow White, and it's got a woman who's not Snow White. Now, Hoff over here is Snow White, and we'll be celebrating Ireland Day tomorrow, aka St. Patrick's Day. I'll be celebrating it like I do every day of the week, with a couple drinks. Cheers. Functioning alcoholic out here with the dirty water. But I am Snow White. If you see in the thumbnail, Hoff is Snow White. I am a very white man. I don't really have much else in me. You know what I mean? Just the whiteness. And you know what? I do feel the privilege of it, and I'm grateful for my white privilege. So don't think I'm not grateful for it. I am very grateful for my white privilege, but I'm not ashamed of being white. I'm very proud of being white. All right? So you feel me on that. So we got this woman here, Snow White. And apparently, I don't know, from what I've heard, the reason because she's clearly not a white woman. Am I wrong, bosses? Clearly not a white woman there that we're looking at there. Everyone, I mean, factually, she's not a white woman. Factually. I think she's Spanish, she's Latina or something like that. I don't even know. I don't know. Just, build the wall. Anyways, so this woman's gonna be she's playing a Snow White, and apparently because she's not a white woman in the lore of the new film, the new Snow White film, in the lore, the reason that her name is Snow White, from what I've heard, is because she was born during a snowstorm. Let me repeat that. Her name is Snow White because she was born during a snowstorm. Now, bosses, I don't think it takes a genius to understand that there have been billions of people born during snowstorms. So there's nothing special about her that, from what I know, I'm not going to watch the movie, so don't ask for an update. But from what I understand, there's nothing special about this woman, this Snow White, where it would be like, hey, her name's got to be Snow White because she was born in a snowstorm. If that was the case, then there would be a billion other children named Snow White. Logically speaking, do you get where I'm going with this? It makes no sense. It's like, oh, she's special because she was born in a snowstorm, so she's Snow White. No, there's millions and billions of people have been born in the winter. All right? In Russia. Born in Alaska. Born in the USA. And also, yeah, we're coming to you live from tropical climate, Columbus, Ohio tonight, where it's 40 degrees. Dude, it started to warm up for a minute around here, and I got real excited, and then it got cold again. A lot of wind. But anyways, I digress. So this looks like what we're looking at. This image is it's nightmare fuel for Hoff. And the only reason this movie is going to make any money at all is because, I mean, first of all, Disney sucks. Never support Disney. They hate you. Again, there's a million other channels that are going to tell you the same thing. But the reason this movie is going to make any money is because kids are going to want to see it. And parents are going to have to take their kids. You know what I mean? And again, this is as a 30-something-year-old white guy without kids, besides my four-legged ones. I will not be. I'm not going to see this movie. But if this makes any money, it's because of that. You know what I mean? So God bless all of the parents out there who have to take their kids who want to see this to the theater and have to sit through this absolute crap show. I'm sure that's going to be. Oh, jeez, man. Dude, I swear, if I was a parent and my kid wanted to see this, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna sit this one out. How about we watch Baby Shark? You know, something like that. Let's watch. You know, we're gonna have to sit this one out. I gotta draw the line somewhere. They're like, no, I want to see it, Daddy. I want to see Snow White. I said, I'm sorry. You can't see it. It's propaganda. I'm sorry, little 3-year-old girl, 4-year-old girl. It's propaganda. We're not gonna go see it. I don't want you to grow up to be a feminist bitch one day, all right? So we're not going to go see Snow White when you're 5. We're not going to do it, all right? I got to put my foot down somewhere for the benefit of your future and your mental health. Young girl, we cannot go see. Young daughter, we cannot go see Snow White, you know. You got to draw the line somewhere. You really do. In order to be if you're a good parent, honestly, if you care about your kids, you won't take them to go see this thing. It's going to brainwash them. It's going to, who knows? It's all about the strong female agenda. Because of course, this woman here, the Zieglers, was talking about how she hates half the country. And, you know, she thinks that there shouldn't be a prince saving her in this movie because women are strong. Dude, I got to tell you something, man. There's something going on with women. I love women, by the way. I love women and I respect women. But there's something going on with women recently, specifically rich women or white women. I'm going to say that. But there is something going on with women right now, dude. And it's nothing new, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess it's nothing like new what's going on with women. But we're at a point where I feel like women, and they shouldn't be, are starved for attention more than ever. It is crazy how much women want attention these days, man. And it's not like they can't get it. And then women are acting all the time. Women, come on. If you're watching right now, stop lying. Stop acting like you don't have any rights or you don't have the benefits of men. I'm sick of that bullshit. I'm so sick of that same old song and dance. Go fuck yourselves. You know, I love women, by the way. But if you think that way, that you don't have the same rights, you get more rights than men. You know, you get better treatment than men. Look, I know this for a fact. I work at a job where people get tipped. The women get tipped way higher than the men every day. All right? That's just a fact. All right? So if you're thinking, and we make the same wages. It's not like women make a less wage at where I work. All right? Not at all. So they're making the same wage and making more tips, but they're like, we're not equal. We need women's rights. You have all the same rights. You probably got more privileges than I do. All right? I can't get laid anytime I want. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I got to pay for it, which I never have, never will. But I'm just saying, if I want to get laid anytime I want, I got to pay for it. Women just say I got to go to the bar and wear something skimpy. You know? I love women, by the way. I respect women. But if you're one of those women who think that you don't have the rights, I mean, I don't want to know you. You're probably a libtard. I do not want to know women like that. And speaking of women, look at that. So lovely Sherry. What's up? What's up, lovely Sherry? Good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining in. Jim says, naming a child in that manner is more like Indians name their children than white men name their children. I'm not sure what that was in response to, but I'm sure that is very insightful. Oh, like Snow White. That's what it was in reference to. Yeah, it is. It is. You're completely right about that. I get what you're saying now. Lovely Sherry says, I don't need to dress skimpy. See, you know, see, she agrees. She knows what I'm saying. You don't even need to dress skimpy. It's not hard for women out there. It's getting hard for us straight white men out here. We're looked at like we're the devil. And I believe in Jesus. All right. So I don't get that. I want a nice lady, you know, and I'm looking for something real in my life, bosses. And I'm not talking about my love life right now, but obviously I've been single for a minute, pretty much the entire time I've been doing this show. It's why I get to do this show. If I had a girlfriend, there'd probably be no Hoffcast. Let's be honest right now. If there was a woman sitting in this room right now on the couch right now, she would not be able to tolerate what I'm doing. Period. Let's just be honest. I need a basement so I can go down there and do Hoffcast if I'm going to have a relationship. Because there's no woman's going to want to sit next to me and listen to me rant and rave for hours. This apartment's not big enough. Even if she went to the bedroom, you know, it's just not big enough. She'd still have to hear me. My neighbors probably hear me right now. Luckily, they're probably up there having their own fights, so I don't have to worry about them too much. But I mean, seriously, like, women get a day, dude. Women get a day. The women's international women. I think it was recently. International Women's Day was recently. I'm pretty sure it was. Why do women get a day? You know, because they'll say, well, every other day of the year is a man's day. No, it's not. No, it's not. Both of my bosses at work are women. All right? Both of my bosses at work are women. Now, the person who owns the company is a man, but both my immediate bosses, they're women. And they get paid more than me. Actually, 3 of them. 3. Not even 2. Now it's 3 because one got promoted. 3 women ahead of me. All right? So I'm just saying. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Of women acting like they don't get attention. I'm sick of them acting like they don't have rights. And I'm sick of them bitching about it. Hey, grow up. You got it all. What else do you want? You got it all. You can have it all. I've seen, dude, there's this really hideous woman that comes into my job sometimes. She's got like 3 gentleman collars. You know what I mean? And she comes in balling. I don't even know what she does. She comes in, she'll tip everyone. Like, she came in one day, she tipped everybody $20. I don't know what she's doing out there. I guarantee it's not the Lord's work. I guarantee that. I guarantee, unless she's stealing from the donation plate. Oh, man. Welcome, bosses, to Hoffcast. Sherry says November 19th is National Men's Day. No one ever told me that. Thanks for letting me know, though. You're the first person to tell me that there is a National Men's Day. I don't think anyone celebrates it because I've never even heard of it. I wouldn't even celebrate it. I think it'd be dumb to celebrate it. Just like I think it's dumb to celebrate Women's Day, you know? Yeah, see, Jim says, thanks, Sherry. I didn't know that. See, men didn't know that. Women know that. Men don't know that we have a day. Even if we knew it, we wouldn't celebrate it. It's dumb to do that. It's so dumb. If you're a man that celebrates Men's Day, you are a piece of shit. I'm not saying I want a Men's Day. I'm just saying, why is there a Women's Day? You know, that makes total sense. I think that's fair. I'm not asking for a Men's Day. I'm just asking why there is a Women's Day, International Women's Day. I'm just asking why. Oh, women, you're all that men think about. You know, you need more attention. What else do you need, women? We give you everything. You know how many simps are out there? I'm not talking about Bart. I mean, you know how many simps are out there? You know how many lonely men are out there that would do anything for a woman? You know what I mean? Anything. They'd be a slave to the woman. And then you still want your own day. And by the way, I love women and I respect women. I'm just saying, let's grow up here. Let's grow up. You don't need a day. Every other day of the year is Men's Day. No, it's not. All right? Let's get over it. Talking about women are talking about they're going to get their voting rights taken away. Well, you know what? I can't say I'm against that. I wouldn't vote for it. If it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens. But I wouldn't vote for it. Sherry says, we should celebrate each other. Everyone deserves acknowledgement. I agree with that. I mean, all lives matter. That's racist to say in some people's eyes, that all lives matter. But I just think that's the smart thing to say. We use logic here on Hoffcast. I'm not always right. I like to think I am. That's part of the hubris that comes with being me. But I think we're having a good time tonight. I think we're having a fun time with this one. I do love women, by the way. I don't like. I think that women are being led down a bad path, to be honest with you, when they start looking up to people like Dylan Mulvaney, or Caitlyn Jenner or whatever. I think that's the wrong. And women, the thing is, women are very kind and they have big hearts. Most of them do. Most of them. They are emotional. And when you can play on a woman's emotions, you can catch them very easily. I'm not talking about simps. I'm talking about the media is what I'm talking about. Social media, influencers, stuff like that. It's very easy to influence women, unfortunately. And I think that's where they get a lot of these false ideas. And I'm in just bashing women for the first part of this episode, and I'm not really trying to do that. I apologize. Like I said, I love and respect women. And maybe that's why I'm saying this, because maybe you need to hear it, Maybe they need to hear it. Grow up, women. Let's be adults, okay? That's the only way anything's going to get done around here. What is up? Hey, Justin Christopher, what's up? Weird. Doing the old Zeglers. Yeah, it's Hollywood, baby. Hand of Seeds. What he says, the only way to get a good woman is to ask God to send her to you. You have to ask with seriousness and mean it. It will happen. Well, I mean, if you're looking for one, yeah, I agree. What's up, LDG? Hashtag free the net. What is up? Thanks for the comment. What is going on? Holy moly. Thank you for the super chat. That's wild. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the donation. I hope you enjoy the show, man. That means a ton to me. You have no clue how much that means to me, man. Dude, that's wild. Forever grateful for that. Appreciate you, boss. Absolutely. Man. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. International Playboy says, I only like inflatable women, less trouble and cheaper. If that keeps you out of trouble, it is what it is, But yeah, dude, I want to thank I do want to thank LDG once again for that. That's it's always a big deal to me when something like that happens. So that's yeah, thank you so much, boss. Yeah, it's a big help for me. You know what I mean? Every bit's a big help for me. Cheers to you, bro. Anyways, let's get on with the show. Yeah, I'm just like, man, anytime someone shows me kind of gratitude, it just kind of gets me a little bit because I feel undeserving sometimes, but that's awesome, man. Anyways, yeah, absolute boss for life. Jim says one of the worst things done to women in this country is they are raised with the fairy tale story of Cinderella. Well, I think that's why they're using it to go after children in some sort of realm. You know what I mean? Like, propaganda can be used on kids too. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you get drag queen story time out there. They know what they're doing. They're trying to indoctrinate them young, make them open to it. It doesn't take a genius to figure this out. The liberals will be like, well, what's wrong with that? They're people too. No, they don't get the inside how this will affect a child mentally when they see something like this, because they're going to be confused. They're going to be confused. That's not what a man or a woman should look like either. Or that's some kind of mix, And no offense to anybody, seriously, like trans people or anything like that. I'm talking about the people who are trying to indoctrinate people. I will preface this as I typically do. I think I've said this enough times. I don't need to repeat myself, but I will, just as a disclaimer. I don't have any problem with trans people, gay people, any kind of race of people except Mexicans. But when it comes to like your sexuality, I really don't care. I only care when you are trying to influence other people in a sadistic sort of manner, or you expect other people to play your game when you're playing a different game than everyone else. That's when I have a problem with it. I'm all about live and let live, bosses. But whenever I'm expected to bend to your rules, then that's when I have an issue. Or whenever you're going after children. And that's what's going on with like the whole, like you were saying, Jim, the Cinderella, like I was probably indoctrinated by stuff as a kid, no doubt. I mean, it's luckily it's not the same sort of things. I think I turned out all right. I've not done any body modifications to myself thus far, and I feel like I'm holding things down all right. I'm fairly successful in life, not like super successful. I got a good head on my shoulders, even though I'm a madman. Cheers to that. But I have a fun time in life, and I love life. Loving life. But I do think it's important to, if you have kids, not be like, hey, and I'm not trying to tell anyone how to parent out here, all right? As someone who's not a parent of children, but I did have parents. I would be careful what you show them. I don't think that's bad advice. I just wouldn't just take them to see anything or just sit them, like, a lot of parents, they want to do something else. So they'll just put something on the TV for the kid and not know what it is. So, they walk away and then who knows what the kid's watching. Yeah, Jim, thanks. LDG. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point, Jim. That is true. The whole fairy tale thing, and it's fun for kids. Absolutely, little girls should be able to be little princesses and everything. But, man, there's a time when you got to grow up from little girl being a princess to being a woman that stands up for women's actual rights, not women, not men, speaking to your kids in wigs, or men beating you up in sports, literally like physically, like maiming you in sports. So that's all I'm saying to women. I love women, I respect women. I just think women need to hear that a little bit. Great idea, Jimmy says. Show Snow. Show the kids the original Snow White. Yeah, watch that instead. If your kids want to watch Snow White, I don't think I've ever seen the original one. When I was a kid, I wasn't interested in Snow White. I liked Aladdin and I liked The Lion King. Those were my two favorite Disney movies as a kid. Aladdin and The Lion King, like the cartoon ones. Obviously, I'm in my 30s. It's not the new ones. Oh, dude, remember when that Aladdin came out and it had Will Smith as the genie? I actually downloaded it, off sailed the high seas. And I got 5 minutes into it and I just like, this is not, I can't do this. I cannot do this. First and foremost, as I've said many times here, I don't like a musical. The Snow White movie is going to be a musical. These Disney movies, the Disney movies are musicals. And I don't like a musical. I had the sing-along songs, the cassette tape when I was a kid. Sing-along songs. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Yeah, I like that song. There was the song about Figaro looked at Cleo with hunger in his eyes, and it was talking about a cat wanting to eat a goldfish, but they became friends instead of the cat eating the goldfish. The cat Figaro became friends with Cleo the fish. And my first ever cat was named Figaro. And there's a cat right there. That's Dale. That's Mr. Pringlesworth. And and that's when I was a kid. That's like he was an outdoor cat. He killed a lot of mice. But these Disney songs, they're crazy, man. Let's talk about Disney for a second. Let's have fun with this episode, okay? Let's have fun with this. Cheers to you, bosses, for being here. We're having fun. So, like, there's this theory, as we do on this show. There's a theory that Disney is coming out with titles for movies in order to detract online searches from the truth of how evil they truly are. So what I mean by that is, say the biggest example like is Disney's Frozen. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Watching Disney's Frozen, let it go. Oh. Wrong. I think that's the wrong song. Beatles did not write Let It Go. It was Let It Be. Anyways, so Disney's Frozen, they're doing this sort of thing where like they'll do, if you search Disney Frozen, if you want to watch the movie Frozen by Disney, then you'll get just search results for the snow movie, the cartoon snowy movie with the snowman and stuff. And what you're really trying to find is what happened to Walt Disney's frozen head? You know. So if you have Disney and Frozen, you're just going to get let it go, let it go. You know, you're not going to get any kind of information about Walt Disney's frozen head or body or whatever he did. And just so you guys know, I mean, like, Walt Disney, he was not a good dude. And it's so funny that Tom Hanks played Walt Disney in a movie. And it's also funny that I talked to my mom tonight on the phone, and she was like, yeah, we're watching this show called America, narrated by Tom Hanks. I'm like, that motherfucker moved to Greece. What's he know about America, that traitor? He hates America. Tom Hanks hates America. Tom Hanks pretended to be retarded for over a year and made millions of dollars off of Forrest Gump. Okay? Screw Tom Hanks, dude. And we all know about him and Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres, and maybe you don't. I can't really talk about it here. But I would love to, but we're here on YouTube, and I got to respect their rules, you know? But there's things about hot dogs and pizza and Tom Hanks and Oprah, and it's a deep rabbit hole that, once again, I can't really get onto here on YouTube if I want to stick around. I'll put that on Rumble or BitChute, which I've already done that. I've made Tom Hanks videos that were very successful, no longer allowed on YouTube. I think they brought my old channel back, but I think I already took it off there because I was too scared of leaving that video up. But it is on BitChute. If you look up Hoffcast on BitChute, I forgot about that. I haven't logged into BitChute in like a year. I don't even know what's going on over there. People kind of migrated to Rumble. I tried Rumble out. People always tell me to go to Rumble. I don't have any success on Rumble. I haven't looked at that in a minute either. So it's. I'm still here playing YouTube's games. You know, I'm still out here playing YouTube's games. Tony Nasser says, I like musicals. I just don't like Disney. Never did. I was a Looney Tunes kid. Love Looney Tunes. Little Bugs Bunny action. Marvin the Martian, dude, was Marvin the Martian was the shit. Marvin the Martian. He had that voice, dude, and you never really knew what he looked like. Because he was under the helmet that kind of looked like a Spartan helmet. Speaking of while we're on the subject here of the women thing, and then we'll move past this whole Snow White stuff and Disney and everything. We'll move on to other subjects here very soon. I want to thank you all for being here. I also want to thank LDG for the generosity that means more to me than you know. Absolutely. Cheers to that. Big deal. Start calling LDG big deal. Jim says, I guess the next stage of Snow White will be a woman from the woods going to the big city and gets hooked on white powder. That would have been a better movie. Easily would have been a better movie than what they're putting out. I mean, that's hilarious. I mean, you don't have to get out of the woods to get hooked on. In fact, I got to tell you, if you guys don't know something, I'm from the country in Ohio, Southern Ohio, and heroin and methamphetamine are a big cause of problems where I used to grow up. I know this because a lot of the kids that I graduated with, not a lot, but I know a lot of people who I graduated with in high school who never got out of that town. They died from one of the girls I took to prom died like 5 years ago from heroin or meth or one. I don't even know which one it was, but it was an overdose. She was dating this guy. He was in and out of jail, and I guess he got a bad batch. And I think he's doing a lot of time in prison because he gave her the drugs that killed her, which is crazy, man. That's true. That is absolutely true. So it's not just the big city that's got the drugs. It's like a lot of hillbillies out there. You know, they got they're out there doing it too, man. And that's a shame. You know what I mean? That's a damn shame. Where is it? Let me bring him up here. It's a damn shame. What the world got into? You guys remember that one? People like me. That guy was famous for like 3 months. I wonder where he's at now. Still trying to recreate that magic, you know. I thought that song was dumb, kind of. I liked it for 2 days, and then I thought it was dumb. People like me. I mean, he's not wrong about what he's singing, you know. Anyways, what I wanted to do, oh my gosh, let me see if I can even find this. Bosses, this is perfect Hoffcast fodder. All right, so here we go. And viewer discretion is advised, I think, if I can find this. Oh, yeah, here. Yeah. This is going to be rough. Let me log in real quick to Instagram. Oh, yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Hoffcast. I never say that stuff. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button for me. I hate asking for anything after a donation, a monetary donation, but if you're watching right now, just hit the thumbs up button. I'm not asking for money, but I appreciate it more than you know, LDG. But yeah, man, the thumbs up button, make sure you're subscribed still, because YouTube's wild. I'm actually at my highest subscriber count. YouTube's letting daddy play a little bit as long as I don't get into anything about pizza. You know what I mean? But let's check this out. This is wild here. So we're gonna start out just by showing this. I'm gonna tell you guys something here. So, and this is shocking to me somewhat. Before I do this, I'll get to the comments real quick here. Justin Christopher says, "Oh, I want to thank you for being here, brother. Alternative platforms are still younger and rough around the edges, while YouTube is a well-polished turret." You're right about that. You're right. But I don't see the other platforms giving me any advantages more than YouTube. I'm getting more, like, Rumble's not pushing me any more than YouTube is, nor did BitChute. Now, I used to get tons of views on BitChute. I would get like 1,000 views per video, or like 500 or 1,000 views, but no subscribers, because it was just shit that would get shared around because nobody used BitChute. So no one would like have an account for it. So you wouldn't get subscribers. It's very similar with Rumble. I think Rumble's kind of like Steven Crowder is leaving YouTube, I think, and Tim Pool are leaving YouTube for Rumble. And, that's cool. That's fine. Maybe I should try it out again. But YouTube is, I'm not going to lie, man, as much as I don't like YouTube's policies and the way they move the goalposts, they've been treating me pretty fair on this particular channel. My last one where I got all the strikes, that was like, I guess I had to figure things out a little bit. Now I know what I'm doing, but but every day, like, it's like I really struggled there, like, for a minute. Like, they threw me a bone with the Corey Feldman video that did like almost 500,000 views. I still get comments on that video every day, literally. I don't know why. Every day I'm getting comments on the Corey Feldman video. That video is it's a year and a half old. But I put a lot of hard work into some videos and live streams, and nobody really cares. You know, I'm not talking about you guys watching right now. I'm just talking about, you know, the general, like, they don't push my videos a lot. I've tried every thumbnail. I've tried everything. And it's just like some things hit. You can't recreate it. You know what I mean? It's sometimes they just don't want you to play. But right now I feel like YouTube's letting daddy play a little bit. So I'm having fun with it. I took last week off, just real brief here. I took last week off. I was just feeling weird about the channel, man. Like, wasn't sure what I wanted to do with everything. And like, I'm just like, now I'm gonna just keep going. Just why think about it too much? Just keep going, try to put on a good show and hope everyone has a good time, you know? Justin also says, my old friend Kenny died from heroin cut with fentanyl. That's unfortunate. That stinks, man. That's it really. Dude, let me tell you, dude. I have allegedly, you know, inhaled accidentally some white powders that was not anthrax, and I haven't done that in a long time because scared that my life is on the line. If I were to do something like that, which sucks because I loved it, but but I'm scared to now, so I can't. I don't think I'll ever be comfortable with it. So I think those days are done for old Hoff over here. Cheers to that. I think those days are done. Turning that says Cocaine Bear is Snow White. I think that'd be even better. You should just name that movie Snow White. Excuse me, bosses. Jim says the like button is a big tip that costs you nothing. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. LGG's was also very big. It's not lost on me. That's never lost on me. I'm a very appreciative person. Always have been. Justin says BitChute has the craziest, most anti-Semitic comments section I've ever seen. Everything there is the small hat mafia's fault. Well, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, also VidMax, where I get a lot of my videos. I cannot show their comments on here. I've said this before. Like, if you want to see actual freedom of speech, it's not Twitter. It is the comment section on VidMax. And that's where freedom of speech reigns supreme. I don't get on 4chan or 8chan. I've never been on those. I've seen them. I've never had an account or anything like that. Actually, if you guys want to know the truth, I am Q. I made it all up. I was Q the whole time. It was me. All right. I admit it. I did all the Q drops. I made it all up. I was right about some of it. The Michael Jackson thing and the JFK Jr. thing, I was a little wrong about, but it was a good time. I really had a lot of people going with that. So I'm telling you guys right now, I am Q. I did the whole QAnon thing and it was fun while it lasted, but now we just got to move on from that. So you guys are welcome. Man, we had to I didn't know how to end it. We had to go out with a bang. So I thought like the last drop I would do as QAnon would be I get a lot of people lined up on the sidewalks waiting for Michael Jackson and JFK Jr. And it worked. And it was nonviolent. You know, it was a good time. I was there watching the whole thing. You know, and it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun party. It was like Christmas for adults, you know, and just people just pretending and make believe. And it really got to suspend life for a moment in order to try to find something better. And I think I did the world a favor with that. So you're welcome. Yes, I just admit that I am QAnon. There you go. Here's what I was going to say that's really insulting to women. Bernie Sanders, which you all know that I'm not a fan of Bernie Sanders at all. I think that guy, I mean, let's just be honest with you. I can't say what kind of doctor he is, which he's not a doctor, but hold on. You know where I'm going with this, bosses. If you watch the show, you already know where I'm going with this. You already know.
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
It's my favorite video of all time. Ever recorded. Ever. That is my favorite video in the world. Justin says no X22, I believe. I don't even know what that is, but not Q. I am Q. You don't believe me? Anyways, we're all Q. But here, Bernie Sanders, I'm not gonna say what kind of doctor he is, but had a performance fighting oligarchy. You gotta love this. As I've talked on Hoffcast many times, the left, any lefty who watches mainstream media, they always get fed some sort of a boogeyman. There's always someone that they're fighting. Always. There's always got to be a fight. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. It's just some kind of mental derangement where you just you got to blame all of your problems on somebody else. You know? It's not my fault. I'm perfect. I live my life exactly the right way. The reason my life is shit is because of other people. Yeah, dude, that's accountability is the first step towards being an adult. So we're not talking about adults when we talk about libtards here. So Bernie Sanders had this performer at his rally, and this is wild because I saw this video before learning who this person was. And that's a dude with eyeliner, by the way, and that just used to be a common thing back in the early 2000s. You know, it's got a little bit too much blush on. We didn't used to do eyeshadow, but eyeliner was a thing, with My Chemical Romance, Hawthorne Heights, AFI, all these emo bands back in the day. Dude, I used to wear some eyeliner. I'm not going to lie. I got some bitches doing that. Some hot bitches wearing eyeliner back in the day. I bet if I put on eyeliner now, I get some hot bitches. There's something about it. Like a Johnny Depp sort of thing, But this guy, he's not out there. I don't know what he's looking for. Or he's a guy, but he's allegedly trans. And it says, Laura Jane Grace played as a warm-up for Bernie Sanders' speech in Wisconsin on Friday, March 7th, 2025. Grace was a former member of the punk band Against Me. I remember that band when I was younger, and I never liked them. They come on Fuse. If you're watching right now and if you remember Fuse TV, the channel, then you're awesome. That's what I used to watch a lot when I was a kid. I'd wake up every morning in high school. I'd see Kanye West doing, I ain't messing with no gold digger. She ain't messing with no broke. He was doing that sort of thing back then. And now he's like, his next album cover is going to have a swastika on it. It's a long way we've come in the last 20 years. But anyways, so this guy was in a song that I used to see on Fuse all the time. Against Me had a song. And they were pretty popular. And I guess this guy, as punk rockers do, they become gay. I don't know, dude. Punk rock is different now than what it used to be from what I used to know. That's why I like this new band called Viagra Boys. Not that new. They've been around for 10 years, but they're new to me. And I don't know, man. Like, I don't like this. So the song is about which I can't even say the words because it's blasphemous, but he talks about my savior having a giant phallus and screwing all the trans people.
Don't carry on, baby, what's that? Confused look in your eyes. What I'm trying to say is that I burn down buildings, or you sit on a shelf inside of them. You call the cops on the looters and pythons.
I don't think this is the song I was trying to find, but holy shit.
I got class 4, look at them cool conspirators.
That's not the one I was trying to find. Let me try to find the one that he did now that I know his name. His name's now Laura Jane. I want to know how trans people come up with their names. I get if it's like kind of similar to your original name, but if your trans name is just something off the wall, like how did you come up with that? Why? I want to know. I'm interested. I want to know why. Like literally, I want to know. I want to know how you came up. I want to know the thought process behind this. I think that's why you might call me like I am not, but you would say like, oh, Hoff's a bigot. No, I just need to know your thought process a little bit. That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't understand because you don't explain shit to me. You stay in your own little world. What is this? So I've never seen this video. Let's see what this guy has to say. Laura Jane Grace responds to Brent. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see the actual performance. Is this it here?
At the rally, she performed one of her new songs called Your God.
Her.
In parentheses, God's dick.
Dude's got a
And
bigger dick than me.
Just say that this track didn't go unnoticed.
Does your God have a big fat? Cause it feels like he's me.
Good, because I mean, God and Jesus loves everyone, but if you turn on him, then yeah, you're gonna feel the long dick of the Lord.
Grace only learned about the backlash when Bernie Sanders' team directly contacted her to ask if she was okay, since the team was receiving threats. Before I get into the backlash, I want to emphasize something here. Common Revolt is not a safe space for transphobes or bigots. The song in question here isn't just some shock value, profanity-filled anthem. It's a direct protest against the religious right and their ongoing attacks on.
Oh, we got a cuck soy boy here. Oh, he's got the Fall Out Boy album behind him.
Trans people.
Does your God have a big fat?
Oh, the sign language. Oh, you got a sign language to my. I can't even say it because it's blasphemous. But the lyrics of this song, dude. Oh, fuck this guy to hell. Fuck this guy.
Because it feels like he's.
Fuck these people. This is a cult, bro. This is a damn cult.
Fire is balls filled with lightning to make tingle like heavens.
They do actually. God's balls are filled with lightning. That's not blasphemous.
Laura Jane Grace put it much more eloquently herself when speaking exclusively to
Look
Rolling
at this
Stone.
guy just try. Dude, look at his glasses. I can't stand this guy right here. Look at this guy. Oh, dude, oh man, we need some bullies. If this guy was mentally handicapped, I wouldn't make fun of him, but he's fine.
In a state.
He's fine. I have every right to make fun of this guy, even though he looks like he's.
She said, I'm not being profane just to be profane.
Yes,
I'm not
you
just
are.
saying dick to say dick. I'm asking a genuine question. If you refer to your God as he and him, but you will not refer to a transgender person with the pronouns that are theirs.
By the way, I don't believe. I mean, I'll be straight up with you. I don't think God is a man. I mean, it could. I mean, he could be. Maybe more masculine qualities for sure, but I mean, if God is everything, God created everything, God isn't like, you know what I mean? So this is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in my life. These trans people, not all trans people. Once again, be clear, but these ones that try to influence people, that they're victims and shit like that, and it's all Christians' fault that you don't have rights. You have every right that we have. Your rights aren't being taken away. You have every fucking right to do it. In fact, you're in America. You'd be killed in other countries. You know, you'd be fucking stoned to death in other countries for saying shit like this. But you have every right here in America to do it, and you're still acting like a fucking victim. Just don't expect everyone to play ball with you, and you'll be fine. I don't expect everyone to be a Christian guy like me. I don't preach here on Hoffcast. I don't want everyone to be. I only want you to do it if you want to. I'm not trying to get everyone to do anything that I'm trying to do. Period. But all these people are so insecure that they just want everyone to feel the same way they do, so they feel better about themselves. No, deal with it. This is the path you chose. This is your life. All right? If you want the hardships, go after them, but don't blame other people like me. Don't you ever fucking blame me for your fucking problems, trans people. Or anybody. Your oppression, your feelings of oppression, don't you ever fucking blame me for that shit. I'm sick of that. Deal with it yourself. Grow up. People need to grow the fuck up, dude. Women, we already had this conversation. I love women. I love trans people. Again, but I don't like this indoctrination. I don't like this feeling that you're a victim. Your rights are being taken away. No, you got every fucking right. You got more rights than you should. I mean, in any other country, you wouldn't have them. You know what I mean? Bunch of crybabies, man. They're just like attention seeking, just attention whores. Man, am I any different? Am I any different though? I'm out here, doing a show. I'm not out there like wearing short shorts. So you can give me that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody on this planet wants to see Hoff wearing short shorts. And you know what? You'll never have to. I do have a pair. I bought a pair of short shorts. I didn't even know they were short shorts. I didn't know they were going to be that short. I'll try not to ever wear them on Hoffcast. No guarantees. Justin Christopher says, I skipped a few, but I want to read this one. My trans name would be Amber Jamberry if I were a Fruit Loop. Dude, that one got me. I'm sorry. I'm legit. I have to stop laughing here. All right, come on. That one got me, dude. That's hilarious. He also says, "See, it's always the big old people." You know what I mean? You guys got what I'm talking about here. Yeah, Jem says, dudes dressed like girls, David Bowie, Alice Cooper, Lou Reed, all in the 70s. Well, it was a different kind of thing because it wasn't like they were doing Disney movies. You know what I mean? It was like, it was taboo back then. And then the Christian parents would be like, hey, you listen to that Led Zeppelin album? That's the music of the devil, which it actually might be. You know, Led Zeppelin, they weren't good people. They would bang underage women with fish, allegedly. Fish. Hannah C says Rage Against the Machine ended up being the most hypocritical band ever. They did what they told you. Exactly. They did do what they told them. 100%, dude. That's a shame. I think I went off on Tom Morello on a recent episode, so I'm not going to do it again. But Tom Morello, like, as a guitar player myself, I'm not going to lie. I'm a better guitar player than Tom Morello. It's because I know more. I could out shred Tom Morello. You've seen my live streams. You've seen my guitar streams. You know that I could out shred Tom Morello because I know more than one scale. And that's facts. And I don't need all the effects, dude. The annoying, dude. I had to crack the neck there. Dude, there were some great songs, like some great Audio Slave songs, Tom Morello, and he'd ruin them with the solo. It'd go, whip, 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 whip. I'm like, what the? What are you doing, dude? Jim, have a great night, man. We'll see you later, boss. Take care, brother. But anyways, so again, why don't women like have a problem with men trying to be women? If I was a woman, I would have an issue with it. And I don't really have an issue with women trying to be men, I guess, because I don't feel intimidated, by any woman that's trying to be manly, because I am a man and you're not. So why would I feel intimidated? But if I was a woman, I think I would feel like, why is a man trying to be like me? Especially when I'm trying to get all the attention. I don't need any more competition out here. I don't need men. Caitlyn Jenner, Woman of the Year. And there are some women that are pissed off about it. I'm not talking about all women. Some women are pissed off about it, and I like them women. Let's mark these things off here. So let's check this out, bosses. Let me see here. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. You guys are awesome. Now, you might not agree with everything Trump's been doing, but I do like, I like this. And speaking of St. Patrick's Day, which is it now? Oh, it's been that for 20 minutes. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Let's do some of this here. Oh shit, this is gonna be rough. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be kind of rough. And we're not gonna get through the rough, bosses, just to be clear with you. But we're gonna stick with it, and we're gonna see what we can do here. So Rosie O'Donnell, I think she moved out to Ireland. Here's the thing. Bosses, here's the thing. I have known Rosie O'Donnell's name my entire life nearly. And I have no idea what she is, what she's famous for. I don't know what she did. What did she do that she's famous for? What is it? I don't understand why she's got like 3 trans kids. What are the odds of that? It's like, dude, Rosie O'Donnell should be playing the lottery if you had 3 trans kids. Holy shit. Those odds are insane. Someone tell me if you're watching right now, tell me in the chat, because I even Googled it the other day. I Googled it. I said, what did Rosie O'Donnell do? And it's like, she had the Rosie O'Donnell show. I'm like, well, what the that doesn't tell me anything. She's a comedian. I don't think she's funny. I don't think she's funny at all. I've never seen her say anything funny. In fact, she's the opposite of comedy. She drains the energy out of a room. What the hell is she famous for? Why do we care? Yes, I'm glad that a fucking libtard left the country. More of them do so. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here if you don't live the country. Please do so. We're making it great again. But yeah, I guess I seriously don't know what this bitch is famous for. But she's fled the country.
And stones. It's Tuesday all day, as my nana would say. And I'm here in Ireland. And it's beautiful.
God bless Ireland, man. On St. Patrick's Day, you got to deal with this bitch.
And warm. Not physically. It's actually quite cold. Moved here on January 15th. And
she got out right before Trump's inauguration. Can you imagine being so crazy that you let the president of the United States dictate like where you choose to live? Dude, can you imagine? Dude, these people are insane. This is the brainwashing I'm talking about. The boogeyman. They got the boogeyman. And dude, we're going to get far into that in the next topic. Because I'm not going to listen to much of this bitch, so we're not going to stick on this long. But, man.
It's been
this country feels lighter without her.
Wonderful, I have to say. The people are so loving and so kind, so welcoming.
Didn't Trump call her a fat pig?
I'm very grateful. In the process of getting my Irish citizenship, as I have Irish grandparents. And
what the hell is she doing out here? She's making a horrible career move by saying you got white ancestry. You should be saying you got black ancestry. What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? She has no... If she wants to be woke, you got no fucking idea what you're doing. You got to go out there, you got to do a fake 23andMe test and say you got Nigerian ancestry. This bitch has no fucking clue. She's digging a hole straight to her grave. Unbelievable.
And
she's just like, I want to go to somewhere whiter than America. This is the most racist, dude. Not even Scott Adams. Not even Scott Adams left the country to go to Ireland because it was whiter.
That's what's going on, and that's where I've been and what I've been doing. And although I was never someone who thought I would move to another country, that's what I decided would be the best for myself and my 12-year-old.
What? Your 12-year-old trans kid? What happened on Epstein's Island, Rosie? What happened? Allegedly. For fuck's sake, this is insane. Justin says she was in the Flintstones movie with John Goodman. Did she play Betty? She looked way different back then. Holy shit, time was not good to Rosie. Stakeout with Dan Aykroyd. Never seen that. I do like some Dan Aykroyd. That guy's crazy as shit. Love him. She was on The View. Well, that doesn't count. It doesn't, you know. We've made fun of The View so many times on a Hoffcast, and we will not stop until that show is dead. I mean, how many times do I have to bring up Whoopi the Hutt Goldberg on here? I'm so sick of, dude. She's gotten to the point. Whoopi the Hutt Goldberg has gotten to the point where I can't even listen. I can't. Like I can't. How can you be? I literally think that Whoopi Goldberg's strategy is to, like, what is the dumbest thing that I can say? Because that's going to get hits on the internet. There's no way that anyone can be that dumb. There's no way people can be that dumb unless you're intentionally trying to say the dumbest thing to get attention. Again, women love attention. If you don't want to call Whoopi the Hutt a woman, she probably, I don't know what she identifies as. These libtards don't know what they are. They don't fucking know what they are. Look at it. Look at this Rosie O'Donnell, dude. Like, this fucking thing. It's hard to call that a human being. It's disgusting. It makes me uncomfortable looking at this face.
Child. And
it's like, it looks like if Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys became trans.
Here we are. Here we are.
Ireland doesn't want you, bitch. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. Your trans kids probably don't even want you. Just as Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, her house got flooded. Good. Ellen DeGeneres. Like Pocahontas Warren. Oh, we love old Pocahontas around here. Just yeah, that's the way she did. She had the whole thing where she's whiter than me. I mean, I should have had her face as Snow White. They should have had Elizabeth Warren as Snow White, not fucking Rachel Ziegler. You know? What's up, Mr. Mackey? God bless. God bless you too, man. God bless you too. But I want, if I can find this, bosses, this is something I have to bring up. I love where I live. But I'm on Reddit because I'm a piece of shit. If you're on Reddit, you're a piece of shit. I'm on Reddit, I'm a piece of shit. Okay? That's just the way it is. And I admit to it where a lot of people don't. And Columbus is getting way too liberal for me. Not where I live in particular, but the city, dude. It's becoming super liberal. Let me see if I can find this post here. I saw a post earlier. I took a screenshot of it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so from an hour ago. Okay. So let me see if I can find this here. We'll sort by new. Unless they deleted it, but I mean, here we go, bosses. This is wild. Maybe they deleted it. Nah, please do not. They might have deleted it here. Yeah, here it is. I found it. I actually found it. Okay, bosses. Look at this. Look at this. This is the epitome of liberals being retards. Bosses, this is just mind-blowing to me. These liberal idiots, they just dig themselves holes that they don't even realize, dude. And it's so funny that the libtards that were all about, yeah, let me get a brain chip in my head and drive a Tesla. Now they're like, hey, we don't. Now they bought the Tesla, and then all the libtards are turning on themselves. They feel bad for buying a car. Look at this Reddit post. This is from Columbus, Ohio. The Reddit, please do not endanger my life because of the car I drive. I despise what Tesla has become. If anyone knows a Toyota dealership, by the way, I drive a Camry, who has an honest salesman, I will trade in my Model S for a 2024 Prius. I'm not kidding. By the way, an honest salesman. Get the fuck out of here. These liberals are fucking idiots. You got an honest salesman doesn't exist. Oh, you live in the land of make believe. I want an honest car salesman. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. They don't exist. No such thing, buddy. No such thing as an honest car salesman. Period. Can you believe this? This is from someone from Columbus who is a libtard who now regrets the decision because they were told they were going green before. Tesla's the way of the future. I want a Tesla. I'm a rich libtard. I'm a fuckface. I'm an idiot. So I want to buy a Tesla. And then buy a Tesla. And then Trump gets elected and he gets Elon Musk on board. And they're like, oh, fuck my face. I got to rearrange my whole life now. I'm getting ran off the road. Oh, everybody hates me. Oh, they all do this to themselves. No Trump supporter is out there running a fucking Tesla off the road or gives a shit. It's all libtards doing this. The liberals hate themselves for buying the Teslas, and the liberals are fucking themselves over on the Teslas. It's unfucking believable how retarded they are. It's like watching beta fish in a fishbowl fight each other because they're the same fish. You can't get any dumber than a fucking liberal. You just can't. I'm convinced of that at this point. Look at this. Look at this post. You can't get any dumber than anyone who's a fucking liberal. This is the third incident this week, and they're ramping up because he's driving a Tesla. I've had to call the cops. Oh, didn't you hate the cops? Libtard, didn't you defund the police? Oh, now you're calling the cops? Oh, I had to call the cops. Didn't you want to defund the police, you fucking idiot? On a dually truck who ran me off the side of the highway. That wasn't a Trump supporter. I had an instance where an SUV didn't let me safely merge this morning while being flicked off. Good. Another car just ignored my turn signal. I'm glad you used it. A lot of people don't. Sped up and pushed into my lane. Well, maybe you're just a bad driver because you're a liberal. People have aggressively passing normal for Columbus. However, this has been bumper to bumper close. I'm tired, boss. Don't you use that fucking word. Don't you use my fucking word, you liberal fuck. I don't mind the constant birds. Yeah, you're used to them because you're a libtard. Fuck Tesla. You bought it. You spent a lot of money on it because you're rich. You're an idiot. I would never buy anything that Elon Musk has, liberal or not. We are traveling at 70 plus. Please do not toy with someone's life. Yeah, I would never do that. I do not condone doing anything like that. That's retarded. It's become such a liability for me to drive because it's anxiety inducing. You know, liberals, they're very weak. Anxiety takes if a weak lib fuck gets a little bit of anxiety, it ruins their whole day. They can't function. I still have a car payment on this thing. Good. I've tried to sell the stupid vehicle. Well, you loved it, and you got it for a status thing, and now you're dealing with this. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh, this is so fucking funny. No one's actually interested because I've been spammed by people trying to waste my time for being a Tesla car owner. Yes, this is a real thing that's happening. Well, that makes me think it's fake whenever someone does that. I think the reason my car in particular garnishes more attention is possibly my license plate. Well, I don't know what it is. I think it's an excellent opportunity for marketing. Holy shit. This is wild, man. Like, can you believe? Could you imagine being a liberal fucking retard? Could you imagine living in that world of just like confusion and hate and oppression, and life is just not good at all? This is the world they build for themselves. This is the brainwashing I'm telling you about. You don't have to be an angry, oppressed piece of shit. Life is amazing. Life is beautiful. There's a lot of things you can focus on outside of yourself, There's a lot of things that you can appreciate, that you get involved in, that don't include yourself. But maybe it does, but just you enjoy them. But it doesn't mean you have to be looked at while you're fucking doing them. Nobody gives a shit about you, all right? Let's get that clear. There's only one person in this world who gives a shit about you, and that's God, all right? That's it. Nobody else gives a shit about you, just God. I'm talking about the liberals right now, by the way. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the liberals. God still loves the liberals, It's a fucking shame that they're so fucking dumb, dude. Oh, man. Let's check this one out. Some random videos. Tony says, my carbon footprint is smaller than a Tesla driver. No matter how much fuel I burn in my life, I'm happy on my high horse. Good. Love that, Tony. Love that, man. I've never liked Elon Musk, and now the liberals, they don't even know why they don't like him. Just the media tells them to. I know why I don't like him. I do know. Putting brain chimps in monkeys' heads, Killing monkeys and shit. This is true, Tony. Dale did steal her spot there a little bit. The whole couch is technically Kira's, so she moves back and forth, but I just think it's amazing that they're sharing the same couch now. So that's progress. Look at that. Looks like I drugged them or something. Nah, they got fed right before the show. So they're all, tuggered out there. See, a woman would not do that. Now, a woman would not sleep on the couch right now while I'm speaking my mind. I want to thank you all for being here. This show's not going to be super long. Might see if like Tony might want to come by or something later. If he does, if not, all good. We got a couple other things to do here. Let's just look at this one. I haven't seen this video. Let's just check it out for fun. Because it's kind of on theme with what we've been talking about, according to the title. Angry trans person gets misgendered by a person and there's an argument. Is there sound to this?
Oh, what the fuck is she doing? What do you need?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were supposed to sit here, especially since you were behind me. So now you want to go ahead?
Oh, jeez.
Now you're not going to go anywhere today until I get there.
That's massive, Chris.
Nobody's
I know that guy. That's massive, Chris.
answering, so how is this my fault?
It says till 2 o'clock. Maybe if you roll your goddamn window down, you'd hear it.
Okay, so
And now look, men who are insecure because they're wearing wigs, they get misgendered. And now look what's happening, bosses. This is what I've been saying the whole freaking episode. Look at this. Women, you gotta stand up to these men who are taking advantage of you. This is bullshit. If I saw this happening, I'd step in. I would. If I was ever in a situation like this where I saw a man in a wig trying to talk down to a woman because a woman didn't call a man a woman, I'd step in. I would. Normally, I don't get involved in other people's shit, but I have to do it for the good of society. All right? This is dumb. We got to stop with this bullshit. And fuck men who do this, by the way. Fuck any man who puts on a fucking wig. I fucking hate men like this. Fuck it. I denounce men who wear wigs and makeup and put women down. Think they're still better than women. Women, I'm not your issue. I'm not the problem, women. It's these motherfuckers who are trying to be you and still talking down to you. Thinking that they deserve more respect than you do. Because they're stunning and brave. No, they're not. They're pieces of shit. They fall asleep with bags of Cheetos on their fucking stomachs. You know? They're fucking disgusting.
Don't hear that message because you're busy playing on your fucking phone.
Okay, so what do you have to do here? What do you have to do here if it's open at 2? Why are you here?
Because I'm here to pick something up too.
Okay, so if it don't open till 2.
For an elderly family member,
Okay, so if it don't open at 2, then how the hell are you gonna pick up your medicine?
Easy.
Answer me that.
Easy. I'm right in front of that thing. How are you gonna get it?
Okay, can you get the fuck off my car? Thank you, sir.
Actually, it's fuck you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Like I said.
Sir? Oh, really, sir?
Thank you.
Sir?
Look at this. Here's where the aggression comes. These people are deranged. Deranged lunatics. If you see a fat guy in a wig calling himself a woman, that's a deranged lunatic.
You want to keep saying sir, bitch? You want to keep saying sir, bitch? Piece of shit.
Men, what are we doing out here, by the way? I'm not just calling out women, but also men. What the fuck are you doing, men? What the fuck is wrong with men these days? I'm going after both. Let's go after both if we're going to do it, right? I called out women at first. Let's go after men. Men, what the fuck are you doing wearing wigs and going after women? What the fuck's wrong with you? Grow up. Be a man. Stop being a little fucking bitch. I'm sorry mommy or daddy didn't love you enough, but that's not my problem. That's not this woman's problem. You need attention. Dude, so if I'm saying that women need attention, well, men that need attention are women. And that's why they're wearing wigs now. Oh, the math adds up, does it not? Oh, shit. Did I just write an equation throughout this entire stream and then the equation added up at the end? Yeah, I think I did. I think I did all the math and it all adds up. Holy shit. Men, what the fuck are we doing out here? You gotta stop this shit. You gotta stop being pervs. Men, grow up. Grow the fuck up, men. Stop wearing wigs. Stop pretending like it's Halloween. Be a man. Do you. Be proud of who you are as a person. Don't try to be something else. Don't try to cover up your shittiness. That's all this is. When someone tries to change who they are, it's because they are ashamed who they are. It's because they're shitty. They're a bad person. And no amount of wigs or makeup or surgeries or tattoos or piercings or body modification will ever cover up how shitty of a person you are. Ever. All you're going to get is people, libtards, being like, oh, you're stunning and brave. Yay. You are your real self now. Yay. No, you're just covering up the shitty parts. They still exist. They're still there. It didn't change. Just because you change your outside appearance doesn't mean your insides change. Doesn't mean your heart changes or your brain changes. All you're doing is just putting on a different hoodie, a different skin. You know what I'm saying, Tony? Different skins. Yeah, like Fortnite or something, I don't know, I never played it. But it's, to me, it's fine. If people want to do shit like that, it's not my business. But I think they have issues that they're not dealing with personally. And that's why they live really horrible lives that they're not happy. And then meanwhile, you get this guy.
Are you a Trump voter?
What are you gonna do?
Oh, you Trump voter?
Are you a Trump voter?
No, the fuck I'm not.
Oh,
But
really?
what the fuck are you gonna do?
Look, the liberals are fighting. Look, this white fat guy in a wig is calling this black woman a Trump voter. It's insane how fucking idiotic liberals are and Democrats are. They just spin in their own hurricane. They have no fucking clue what they're doing. I'm not a Republican. I do have conservative values, but it doesn't mean I'm the side of political or Congress. I'm more of like anarchy, the smaller the government, the better to me. But this is hilarious how these people just, like, everything they see on social media and media, they eat up and they sponge it up and they regurgitate it and they end up being like this.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
You
do?
sound like a MAGA bitch.
But you touching my shit like you own it. Do you own it?
It is
Do
shit.
you own it? Okay, but why are you touching my stuff?
Imagine if
Why are you
her car was a Tesla. This would have been even better.
touching my stuff.
Touching anything.
Clearly,
Why
you
are
was
you
just.
talking
I
about
have you on
this?
camera. I have you, bro. I'm not even playing. I'm not playing. Get the fuck in the car. I am not playing with you.
Oh, you're not playing. What are you gonna do?
Look at this. This is like a South
Bro.
Park episode.
Get the fuck in your car. I'm not fucking playing with you.
And he drives off like a pussy. Not a real man, obviously. I think an actual, like, a woman, like a Karen, wouldn't have driven off. Dude, a Karen would not have driven off. An actual real woman. That guy in a wig with a 5 o'clock shadow, dude, he's more of a pussy than any Karen. Karens are not to be messed with, all right? Let me tell you, dude. Karens are the real deal. You should be scared of a Karen. That's why they're a Karen. You don't know what they're going to do. And they'll stick around. They'll stick around until they get what they want. They will not ever leave until they get what they want. So, I mean, like, men, what are we doing out here? Grow up. Stop wearing wigs. Stop harassing women. Minorities. I mean, who knows what that guy... Oh, dude, yeah, the smells. You don't even want to think about it. The smells. Ugh. What's up, Tristan? What's up, man? I think she should bring out the wasp spray. I agree. The wasp spray, that's a good... Dude, why are people buying mace? Just carry a can of wasp spray on you. One time I got Manaka in my eye when I was a kid. My parents had a little thing of Manaka, and I opened it up and I looked at it and I was looking at I was like 5, 6, and I was looking at the thing and I sprayed it and it got in my eye. Holy shit, that burned, dude. Banaka in your eye? I'm lucky I can still see out of my right eye. Like, it's worse than a hot monocle. Which I hear that's healthy. It's a lot of protein in a hot monocle. Justin says it reminds me of the YouTube clip of the ma'am, it's ma'am. We've watched that many times on Hoffcast. I'll speak to your manager. You see that haircut, the little bob haircut on a woman? Oh, you better watch out. You better watch out. This show's not going to go on super long, too much longer. But I am going to do a quick intermission. And we'll be right back so I can go to the restroom, grab me a drink, honestly, is what's going to happen. But as our new official intermission video here, this is what we're going to do for that. So I want to thank you, bosses, for being here. The show will continue in just a moment.
You got it? Yep. Make it close up, next to front. There you go. Put it on his face. All right, make it come back. If you want to stop, that's great. Okay.
All right, we're back. We are back. Oh, this has been a fun show. So far. Not gonna be too much longer, like I said. Let's see what else I got on the docket here. So okay. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on, I almost searched something I don't think that would have been come up with results. So let's see here. Let's check this out here. So, what's going on, bosses, is there's been this push as the liberals found out that they lost the election horribly. And they're like, why did we lose the election? Are we not connecting with young people enough? Are we not connecting with people enough? What's the problem? No, it's the problem is your beliefs and your views are retarded. But they're saying, well, we didn't get enough push from social media and influencers. Bitch, you had Kamala Harris had Beyonce, and every celebrity up her ass trying to get her elected. And guess what? Still lost. Yay, you're a failure. Yay, Kamala Harris, you're a failure. Everybody applaud Kamala Harris for being the biggest drunk failure of all time. But anyway, we'll watch that in here in a second too. Let me search that now so I don't forget. This is a great meme that's come out recently. But before we get to that, I want to share this Justin says, who and what is lounging behind you? I just showed a minute ago. That's my cat Dale and my dog Kira. That's Dale and Kira. Those are my kids. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for asking. I love them to death. They're my fam. Let's check this out. This is, dude. Michelle Obama, Big Mike's got a
The
new
moment
podcast.
absolutely nobody was waiting for has finally arrived. Michelle Obama launched her brand new podcast.
A lot of people have questions they want to know, especially when they see somebody.
So before we get to this, let's just say this. All right. Again, the liberals think that if they have high profile people doing a podcast, well, then they're going to become the new Joe Rogans. And the reason Trump won was because of Joe Rogan's, according to liberals and Democrats and idiots. The reason, that's a big reason. They didn't have the same poll. They had Beyonce again. They had white dudes for Harris. Let's look at that real quick here. As hard as it is, we should not forget this. Let's not forget this. Look at this. This is fucking ridiculous. Do not forget these people. Do not forget these traitors. White dudes for Harris call out men in new ad.
Dudes. So I think we're all pretty sick of hearing how much we suck. Every time you go online, it's the same story. We're the problem. And yeah, some white dudes are. Trump and all his MAGA buddies are out there making it worse, shouting nonsense in their stupid red hats and acting like they speak for us when they don't. All they've ever done is screw us over. But if you're not on the MAGA train, where do you go? Isn't it just swapping out one crappy option for another? Then it hit me. This isn't about picking teams. It's about who's got a plan that's going to make life better for me and my family.
Shit, this is rough.
So I've been doing my own research and decided to check out Kamala Harris.
I did my own research and decided to check out Kamala Harris. Do you remember when all the lib fucks were telling you to not do your own research during the COVID? Oh, doing your own research is, don't you dare do your own research. You're a fucking conspiracy theorist. If you do your own research, you listen to other people, you're an insane man. Do not do your own research. Wasn't it Seth Rogen? There's several people who said, I'm not going to listen to what they're doing. The dude from H3, Ethan Klein, was like, I don't need to know what they're saying. I'm just going to take it. A lot of people, they're just like, I don't need to do my own research. If you do your own research, you're a fucking weird conspiracy theorist and you're evil and you don't know what you're talking about. Now this motherfucker's like, I did my own research and Kamala Harris. Well, you fucked up, didn't you?
My family. So I've been doing my own research and decided to check out Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, the two biggest clowns this country's ever fucking seen that tried to run for a candidacy.
Before you jump down my throat, they're actually talking to guys like us. No lectures, no BS.
No lectures. Oh, come the fuck on.
No solutions to
The
protect
only
our
thing that
freedoms.
the liberals do is lecture you. That's it. Libtards, that's the only thing they do. Bosses are going to tell you something before we go.
Help us take care of the people.
I have a coworker the other day. All right, so I had a customer come in. He was very nice. A liberal that actually fucking tipped me for once, which is weird. Liberals don't normally tip. Right before he left, he started saying something about Trump that didn't make any sense. I was like, okay, yep, have a good one, bud. And I went to the back and I said, I said to my boss, I said, I don't like when people get political with me on the sales floor. I just like at work, bosses, I am not political. I don't ever, because I'm professional. I don't talk about my politics, don't talk about my religion. I don't think a lot of people even know. They can assume, I'm sure, but I don't think they know for sure because I've never said it, which is what being a professional is all about. Here on Hoffcast, I'll speak my fucking mind. I don't even tell people that I work with about this show because, hey, I'm not trying to get fired. They wouldn't understand. They're libtards. But you get these people at work, man, and they're talking about Trump's going to take away women's rights and stuff like that, about voting and stuff. But you would rather had Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in there. Like these, look at this. Look at this. Hold on, let me. All right, that's not the right. That's not the right link here. This one. Check this out. This could have been this. All the lib fucks would have rather had this as our president. This.
So we did DoorDash because I wanted Doritos.
This is Kamala Harris, drunk on stage, allegedly, drunk or high on a couple Xanny bars, allegedly, or all of the above. Who knows what the fuck she's on? And she's talking to a crowd for what is Feedzai Human X? What the fuck is this background? What the fuck is she even promoting here? It's weird. But she's talking about how she wanted a DoorDash and she wanted Doritos. Like, what the hell? This could have been our future.
And
The fucking cackling.
Because I wanted
Let's rewind at the
Doritos.
beginning.
So we did DoorDash because I wanted Doritos. And the red carpet part was about to start. Nobody wanted to leave to go to the grocery store. So it was DoorDash. And I'm thinking about this so I was willing to give up whatever might be the tracking of Kamala Harris's particular fondness for nacho cheese Doritos for the sake of getting a big bag of Doritos
Or high as fuck because she's talking about getting Doritos. She had the munchies and she couldn't leave. She was either high. She had a couple bottles of wine and some weed. And, so she had to get a DoorDash. Also, she can't go out in public because nobody fucking likes her. And she gets recognized. Her voice alone, you hear the cackle from around a corner. You're like, oh, shit. So she DoorDashed because she's high and drunk, allegedly, for Doritos. And this could have been our future for the country. The thing is, liberals... they're weak. So they don't want a strong leader. They want a leader that is weak, like Kamala. Not only that, but my problem with Kamala being high, which she clearly is that she used to put a lot of people in prison for being high. So that's fucked up. And the liberals are all about they're like, people are hypocrites. Well, you guys are all fucking hypocrites. If you trusted this bitch. The bitch is high and drunk as fuck. And she used to be like a police chief or some shit. Put a lot of people in jail for being high. No one's higher than this bitch. I'm not higher than this bitch or drunker. I've had 4 beers and an edible tonight. She's fucking, she makes less sense than I do. I don't know what the fuck this bitch is on.
That's the consumer behavior.
And that's right. But here's the thing. At what point do we also uplift and highlight?
This is the point when you're super wasted and you get into the I love you, man. I love everybody. I love you, dude. So
the
wasted.
Consumer's right to also expect.
She's about to pass out in that fucking chair.
And you can debate with me if it should be a right. I think it should. To expect that the innovation would also be weighted in terms of solving their everyday problems, which are beyond my craving for drugs.
I'm not going to lie. The way she's holding that microphone's kind of turned me on. You know, she's sucked a lot of dick and jerked a lot of fucking politicians off in her day. So the way she's holding that microphone's kind of turned me on right now.
Doritos. But about whatever, and I know the work is happening around, the scientific discoveries, for example, to cure long-standing diseases.
She looks like she's about to suck that microphone off.
And you all, again, please get back to me any information you have. I would.
She's slurring more than I am. Please give the information.
Let's throw out another one. And you all, again, please get back to me any information you have. I would love it if there would be an investment of resources in
this is like me asking for you to hit the thumbs up button. Hey, hit the thumbs up button for me, boss.
Affordable housing issue in America. Like, help me with that. Help me with that.
Wait, who's clapping? Are you all fucking drunk and high too?
I don't know that any big VCs are going to fund it because they're going to have to figure out where the money is in that. But
So
I'm
drunk.
telling you,
So drunk.
it would really be helpful. And if and I bring up then the consumer because I wonder how much of the trajectory of it all, the innovation, is being fueled by what the consumer not only desires in terms of, again, and I'm simplifying it obviously, my craving for a certain brand of potato chip, it's corn chip, but what part of it is about getting enough information in front of the consumer to know these other really big problems you're dealing with?
Thank goodness the country is a little bit smarter than I thought it was after we elected Brandon, you know. Holy shit. Would have been a rough time, bosses. Gas prices would have been insane. Let me get to the chat and I'll get back to the big Mike stuff. Tristan says, does Hillary have large talons? You know it. You know it. She's a dinosaur. Like a velociraptor, large talons. Peter, what's up? He says, not officially. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I said something. Justin says, I love you dudes. Not in a giveaway or nothing. Absolutely, dude. Love you guys too, man. I love everyone who watches, male or female. And I'm not hitting on the females and I'm not hitting on the males, but I do love you guys. That's why I do this show. That's why I do this show. That's it, you know. But anyways, let's gonna get down that Michael. It was Mayor Brown. You know it. Oh, Peter says, does Hillary have large talons? Not officially, but allegedly. Yeah, I'm getting the munchies myself, man. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. So I think this might be the last topic for tonight. Let me see here. We got through pretty much everything that I wanted to get to. By the way, before I go any further, I'm wearing my favorite hoodie tonight, my Code and Cambria hoodie. I love this Second Stage Turbine Blade. It's their first album. Their new album just came out on Friday, Coheed and Cambria. I'm a huge fan, obviously, clearly. Check out the new album. It is fantastic. If you're a boss and you like good music, check out the new Coheed and Cambria album, The Father of Make Believe. I'm not getting paid for this. I've just been a fan for 20 years of this band, and I was super excited for the new album release, and it's fire. I got the vinyl right here. You know, the vinyl looks like a brain. Let me show you. This might be one of the coolest looking vinyls I've ever purchased. It's pretty sick here. Yeah, that's a sick ass vinyl right there, dude. It looks like a coagulated brain. Blindside Sunny. But anyways, let's check this out here, bosses. I know it's getting late. So, Big Mike Obama, Michelle's got a podcast now. That's where I was going back to earlier when I was talking about, like, these liberals are trying to do podcasts because they think they lost the election because of Joe Rogan's influence, which might be partially true. But the fact is, these liberals don't understand that they have no influence because nobody gives a fuck what they think because they're too rich. They're not like me and you. The population of the country actually spoke for once, and they said, hey, we don't want you here. We don't care about you. We don't like you. We don't respect you. We don't want you. So now they're trying to pull this card like they're trying to be likable, like Big Mike Obama here and Gavin Newsom, who I hate. If you watch Hoffcast, you know I hate Gavin Newsom. And now they're trying to be likable on podcasts and shit. They're trying to take away what I do. All right? And this is the genius they've come up with.
People have questions they want to know, especially when they see somebody of note with a platform who, you know, by every measure looks successful. The first question is, How?
I think we know how. We're learning from the Doge and the USAID how you guys got so successful. Your career in politics turning into a 15, 20, 25, $50 million payday. Yeah.
I like this guy, by the way. I like he's got a banjo. He's got an American guitar. He's got a little gnome with a MAGA cat. I like this guy.
We all know how. Also, did she just call herself someone of note?
Somebody.
Everyone go subscribe to Mark K. He's got enough subscribers, but yeah.
Of note.
Is that what we're calling ourselves these days? Her co-host, by the way, is her brother, Craig Robinson, who's big.
Craig Robinson? That's a comedian. Her brother is Craig Robinson? That's not Craig Robinson. That's not the Craig Robinson I know. He was the DJ Request and Daryl in The Office. Right?
You know, we're going to be taking,
Holy shit, this is insane.
Questions from listeners.
Both of them?
They want to hear some honest kind of conversation about how people are working it through. And
from you? No. You never had to work it through nothing besides a surgery or two.
We don't have all the answers, I mean, this show isn't about us being experts at anything.
Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's what a riveting sales pitch for a podcast.
Yep.
A show about us not being experts at anything.
This show isn't about us.
And hot dogs.
I wanted to get to the part about the hot dogs.
In my opinion.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here's the part about the hot dogs, dude. So it's so funny that, like, I guess on like one of her first podcasts, she's immediately talking about wieners. As we were talking about earlier, Tom Hanks, Oprah, hot dogs, pizza, Michelle Obama, Big Mike, hot dogs, wieners, wiener dog. Oh,
episode entitled Beets and Hot Dogs.
In my opinion,
what?
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Aside from being a conversation that
this guy is not going to get where I'm getting to, but this is a deeper conversation than you think about the hot dogs. It is a deeper conversation than you think it is. I'm sure this guy's just going to be like, oh, this is not riveting conversation, which I'm not going to watch it all. But I'm just going to skip ahead to this.
Been trying to
What is it
convince
called?
me.
It's just a hot dog.
It is a hot dog.
It's its own category.
It's its own category.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
A hamburger can be a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes.
See what's going on here. Do you see what this is deeper than you think? All of this might seem shallow on the outside. It's so much deeper than you think. It's very deep.
Can a hot? Well, what makes it? It's the shape of the hot dog.
By the way, I'd hit Big Mike right here. She's looking kind of hot.
You have two pieces of bread and some kind of thing in the middle.
That's a hot dog.
A hot dog only has one piece of bread.
One bun and one sausage. That's something I think Michelle Obama would be able to relate to. But clearly,
okay, this guy's based as fuck. I like it.
Really, they are not only advertising the fact that they are not experts about anything, but they're proving it. Michelle Obama.
Subscribe to this guy, Mark K. I'm going to. I can't hear because it's on a different browser, but
Obama has a whopping 21.9 thousand subscribers after her first few episodes have aired. Now, this is nice. It's decent for any.
This is hilarious, by the way. I already know where he's going with this. She had what was it? Like more likes on a video than views?
First-time podcaster.
She had more likes on one of her videos than she had views on a video, which is impossible after 5 days.
I were somebody and I were starting a podcast with my brother and I was able to get 21.9 thousand subscribers with a mere 5 videos. That would be a coup. However, Michelle Obama is not some random person who's sitting down with her brother to create a podcast. Michelle Obama was the first lady of the United States of America for 8 years. Historically, the first black first lady, married to the first black president. She's been one of the most photographed women.
Allegedly. I mean, the guy should have said allegedly.
Women in history. She's been on the cover of every single magazine. She lived in the White House. She's best friends with Oprah. She should be pulling in way more than 21.9 thousand subscribers with 5 videos. And I thought this was odd until I checked on another famous liberal podcaster, Gavin Newsom.
Ah, here we go, Gavin Newsom, my boy. Yeah, buying up property, bro. After the fires, bro, we're gonna be buying up property. Like Pauly Shore.
Who released his This Is Gavin Newsom podcast just a couple weeks ago. So far, he's interviewed some conservative heavyweights like Charlie Kirk and Michael Savage and Steve Bannon. And wouldn't you know
I
it,
hear he just gets cucked out.
even Gavin Newsom has a mere 27.2 thousand subscribers. And when I realized that neither...
I'm not doing. I got like 1.4. That's like, I don't have a lot of subscribers, but they're not that far away from me. If I do 3 more Corey Feldman videos, I can match them.
Neither Michelle Obama nor Gavin Newsom had more than 30,000 subscribers to their podcasts on YouTube. I came to the realization that nobody wants to hear liberals talk about stuff. Nobody wants to hear liberals talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. This is the exact same reason why Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and other conservative voices dominated talk radio for so long. Because listening to a Democrat drone on about whatever it is they drone on about for 3 hours or 2 hours or even 1 hour is not something that anybody wants to do. And if
he's completely right about that, dude, they're insufferable. He's completely right about that. And maybe I'm insufferable. I'm not lost on myself here at all. At all. I'm sure I'm insufferable to liberals because they don't like to hear the truth. And maybe I don't even spew out the truth, but maybe I just question how dumb they are. And they don't like that. I'm sure they don't like that. Peter says they lost the election because they wanted to. Harris was an objectively awful candidate. Even Democrats don't like her. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a good theory, Peter, but I think their last Hail Mary was to put Kamala in my opinion. Like, they knew they were going to lose. They obviously threw Biden out, even though Biden wanted to run again. I mean, these people are horrible. Bernie Sanders won the primary back in like 2015, 2014, and Hillary still was the primary candidate and that's why they lost. They don't learn, they don't understand, and they're still trying to be progressive. It's the fact the pendulum swung a certain way for a minute, and you had your time. Freaks, you had your time, freaks. Time's over. Daddy's home. It's time to grow the fuck up and live in reality. In a real society where not everyone has to guess what the fuck you are because you don't know. And then you get aggressive about it when someone says something because you're a dude in a wig with a beard. And you're like, oh, sir. And then you get pissed. No, we're going back to a society. All right? We're going back to a society here in America. And I'm all for it. And trans people, people who are really upset about things because they're so centered on themselves, they're like, oh, I got to put male or female on my my ID. Yes, you do. You fucking do. You got to decide someday. Someday you got to decide what the fuck you are. Maybe it's today. If you don't know what you are, then, I mean, damn, you live a fucking rough life, dude. If you don't know who or what you are, you live in a rough life, a life of lies, a life of pain, a life of suffering. It's easier just to come clean and be truthful about who you are, what you are, and decide that maybe the world's been lying to you this whole fucking time. It's led you down a road. Maybe you can still at this point, maybe correct. Maybe. I don't have a lot of hope for these people. They're NPCs, non-player characters. They abide by the rules of the Matrix and the program. That's why media is so important to them, and other people are. That's why women feel so bad about themselves in this day and age. Because they look at Instagram and they say, my ass isn't as fat as that bitch's. My titties aren't as big. My lips aren't as big. My eyebrows aren't as fake. Because they want attention. Everybody wants attention. I'll be walking my dog down the sidewalk, mind my own business. Car will drive by. They'll just rev their fucking engine just because they want me to look at them. People are starved for attention. Starved. What will it take? Because I think people are getting enough attention. When is enough enough? When is it ever enough that somebody gets enough attention, they'll settle down and stop being a fucking retard or a fuckface or a narcissist, which is basically what they all are. We've created, our society has manufactured narcissists out of everyday people. People who don't deserve any kind of respect or any kind of, they've done nothing with their lives. Women just with fat asses on Instagram. Yes, cool. But other women see that. They see they cannot achieve the fakeness. And they'll go the other route. They become lesbian. Or they'll become dykes. Or whatever, dude. And they're like, I can't compete with that. I'm not as pretty as that. And becomes angry. Women, you're beautiful. You don't need to compete with each other and become something that you're not. Own up to what you are. Be who you are. I think we need more feminine women in this world. Not butch lesbian dykes who fucking want to be men. Because women are inherently emotionally caring and good. And we're starting to lose that a little bit with the anger of the media telling women that they're not respected, that they're not loved, that you need to be more, you need to be prettier. You don't. You're fine. You're fine the way you fucking are. Grow up. Let's stop playing these fucking games. I'm sick of it. You're fine the way you are. Be sexy. Be hot. Do you. But just be the real you. And stop blaming everyone else because you're not getting enough attention. You're getting plenty of attention. I think that's what I have to say, bosses. 100%. You see, Hoff's rants are epic. Yeah, I do. I do them. That's the end of that rant. Edible is kicking in. 100%. Yes. Let me see. What time is it? I have no idea. No clue. 1:30. Yeah, it's not that late. It's late, but not that late. I think I'm, yeah. And there's one last thing I want to show tonight before, I'll put a link in the chat for anyone who I know who wants to come by. It's easy that way. Tony Nasser, obviously, anyone who's watching, Tristan, anyone who wants to come by and hang out with me for just a few. And then also, after the show, you're welcome to. There is the link. I'll get to you in a minute. So if you want to get backstage and get ready, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. I'll wrap it up and end the show. It is what it is. Let me see here. I wanted to show this. Me and Tony were talking about this last night. No, I'm just typing something I shouldn't be typing. There we go. So, boiling it all down to what I've been talking about tonight is people being fake, people being too misled by what other people think and brainwashing by media and social media. You have to one up everybody all the time. You got to keep up with the Joneses. I don't give a fuck about that, dude. Everyone at my job, tax season just hit. You know, everyone got their taxes back. And they're all getting new tattoos. And they're like, look at my tattoo. Look at my tattoo. Look at my new tattoo. I'm like, oh. It makes me a little sad inside. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It looks good. I'm like, inside, deep down, I'm like, it looks like shit. Why are you painting? Why are you scribbling on your body? And I know pretty much 99% of people watching here right now probably have tattoos. I'm a rarity. I'm a hard style fish. I don't fucking do that shit. But everyone gets tattoos. It used to be a hard style fish thing to get a tattoo. Now it's like every midget bitch has a tattoo. And so I'm like, hey, you know what's really hard is not doing that. You know what's really punk rock is going the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And that's the way I feel about it. Just broke this pin. But anyways, what I wanted to say about this is someone who's been very fake for a long time, who's had a lot of plastic surgeries, recently came back onto the scene. I'm talking about Pamela Anderson. All right. Now, everyone, dude, she's 58 years old. Look at her. She's not wearing makeup. I think she got her fake tits out. And, I think she got them out of her because that can lead to a lot of problems once you get older. So it's a good idea to take them out. You put them in when you're on Baywatch. You take them out once you're a grandma. And so now everyone's saying like Pam Anderson's not as hot as she used to be. Look at her. She looks more natural than I've ever seen her in my life. I think she's hot. Look at that smile. She looks gorgeous. Look at her hair. She's not trying to be fancy or anything. And I like that, man. I like that. See, that's what she used to look like. She's obviously hot. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that's good too. But was it Gal Gadot from Snow White? Chris said, wipe that contour off your face. Pam Anderson is getting more attention than you. Look at this. I guess I'm not the only one. But I think Pam Anderson looks better now than ever. Too much eye makeup. She looks natural now. I like natural, man. Look at this. Look at this picture. She looks like she's about to go live in the forest with some gorillas. And that's fine. That's fine. But it's more natural, And anyone who says that she doesn't look good for her age, she looks her age. She's almost 60. You can fuck off. I think she looks good. That's just my opinions. Just my opinions. Peter says, I'm not into tattoos either. Yeah, it's scribbles. Peter says, women age like milk. How old is she? Is she like 58? She's almost 60. She's looking fine. Fine for that age. What, do you still expect her to be on Baywatch? Get over yourself, You're probably looking worse too. Anyway, I have a couple guests here. I did have a couple. Now I do have one, but let's introduce our first guest as our co-host here, Mr. Tony Nasser. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, actually.
Good, man. Good. You got the new background. Is that a They Live poster behind you?
It is. It is indeed.
Hold on. It says obey.
And you should.
What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Always obey. Oh, it's just, my Sunday, so got just chilling before I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I gotta go back to work tomorrow too. Shouldn't be up too late. But I want to thank you here on the stream for the thumbnail. People loved that. Put it on Instagram. People loved it. So yeah. Cheers to that.
So yes, this arrived in the post today. 3 days. It took 3 days from the USA.
Tony, I think they felt so bad about the box sets that they shipped shit out like super quick. Because I did not expect to get my vinyl a day after it released.
So,
I was expecting a week, but
So I can concur with the new Coheed album. It's pretty damn sweet.
It is good.
It is. The CD is now in my car CD, so I'll be able to listen to it on the drive to work tomorrow.
What does the disc look like? It's just like black, or
it's just black sort of design, but the CD case is really neat. It sort of opens up into a.
Dude, that's what the vinyl is. I need the CD
and then the
Yeah, that's what my
Yeah.
vinyl is, dude. But it's so fucking big. Like, look, I had it sitting here.
yeah, it's beautiful
it's the
artwork.
same, but it's so fucking big on the vinyl, dude. It's like
This is
gigantic.
gatefold.
Triple gatefold. The CD,
nice.
dude. I'd
Yeah.
feel much better looking at this with the CD because it's too big.
Yeah.
They did the last all three of their last albums have been on this on the triple gatefold that I've purchased though. I really like that back cover. That's why I put it up there.
It's really good, yeah.
I like the back cover a lot there. It's got the two new characters. It's got Cyrus and Mage. You know, it's good shit there.
I keep forgetting that though that the lead singer of Coheed was responsible for Amory Wars, the comic book. Because I was looking at the previous titles of the CDs of their albums and was like, wait a minute, that's Amory Wars. Oh, that's right, he wrote it.
Yeah, man. That's the name of the whole story, really. Like Coheed and Cambria is the name of the band. The story is the Amory Wars.
Yeah.
A lot of people call it the Armory Wars. It's not what it is.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
No, you got it right. You got it right. You had it correct. I'm saying a lot of people say the Armory Wars.
Okay. Well, it doesn't have an R. It's AMOR.
Yeah, but it's very close, and people just don't read. Like a lot of people these days, dude, Tony, they'll put the $sign after the number. Like they'll say it's $5. They'll put 5 and a $sign. Like what the fuck are we doing? We live in a society.
But AI does that. If you type it in AI, it'll go number and then $signs. Like you're so stupid.
Maybe that's why.
It's bad.
Maybe that's why a lot of people use text to voice.
Yeah,
and they'll do like $5, and maybe that's why it's happening. But I get really pissed off because that's not the way it should be.
No.
The reason the $sign goes before the number is because you have a decimal point in the cents afterwards. So if you put the $sign after the first number, it's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
We live in a society.
Well, it does make sense, but dollars and cents.
If you say it like $5, then yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's a terrible dad joke. But yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh, yeah. I said, well, it does have sense. It has dollars and cents.
Yeah. Did I say it doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was making a homonym joke. It was
clearly I should have known. I should have just been like, yeah, I fed you that one.
Set it up over the plate, and I went, knocked it out of the park.
It went over my head. You hit it so hard. I thought Treston was going to come on. Where's Treston?
Yeah, where is Treston? He's probably putting in a report to the bureau.
I used a lot of language tonight, more than I normally do.
He's doing good. He is doing well.
So I do believe that he might be reporting me to some people after the language I used tonight. I went off. I did.
Salty Hoff.
I was very salty. Why am I going to do this show if I don't have something to say? You know what I mean?
You should. If people look forward to your rants, you need a good rant in there, and your rant was right on point.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I don't think everyone might agree with me, but I think I'm logically speaking correctly in a lot of things.
No, I think a few people would be agreeing with that opinion on, especially on women and that. Yeah,
women deserve better, in my opinion, man. Like,
yeah, they get screwed over pretty nicely.
If women are so sick of men telling them what to do, why are they allowing women to be men to be women?
Men dress up as women and tell them what to do.
If women don't like men telling them what to do, why are they allowing men to dress up as women and tell them what to do? It's bass backwards, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I got into it was an argument with
women got to stand up because I can't do it for you. You know what I mean? Like women have to realize that this is, if you don't like oppression from men, you better stand up these fucking trans. I'm not talking about the real trans. I'm talking about the fucking fat
the people who use it as a crutch to get into something that they're not good at.
I guarantee these people are perverts, you know?
Probably.
Not all of them. I'm not talking about all trans people.
No.
Saying,
I differentiate between a real trans person and someone who just like goes, I'm no good at this sport, so I'm gonna go against women because I can beat them, and I'm gonna
100%.
expose myself to them in the changing room because I'm a creep.
That's why I have a little bit of respect for Danica Patrick, even though she sucks.
Oh, the driver.
Just scoring a hat trick with Danica Patrick. But yeah,
hey, at least she tries.
Yeah, and she played into the hot thing. You know, she wasn't the hottest chick. She's got no curves. She's got a little bit of a manly kind of she got a square jaw. Danica might be a man for all I know. But she played in the GoDaddy ads where she was like coming out of the smoke and she was like, showing some skin and shit. And like 5-10 years after that, we got Bubba Wallace saying there's a fucking noose in his garage.
Oh yeah.
And it's a rope for a garage door, which is in every dude. When I worked at UPS, every garage door in the loading bays had a AKA noose.
Yeah, it's a loop to put your hand through to grip it properly.
It's so stupid. These people are always looking for an enemy or a boogeyman because they are so weak people. We gotta fight them. We gotta fight windmills. We gotta fight things that don't exist. We gotta make up racism to fight racism. It's retarded, Tony. It's fucking like seriously. I worked at UPS. Every fucking garage door had a AKA noose on it. And there was a shit ton of black people worked there. Not a single one ever said, hey, that's a noose. I feel oppressed. Yeah, it's all media. It's all fucking retarded. It's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
People who believe this shit, they want to think they're on the good side of things.
Oh.
And I feel bad for some people because it really does play into the emotions of certain people where they think that they're on the right side of history, but they're not. They're not. They're feeding into this machine that is fucking up society to the core of society, to the point where we can't even have conversations anymore about this, where everyone's offended. Everyone's a fucking snowflake, you know?
What's really annoying is when someone who is subpar at their skill, like that driver, and they go, "Oh, no one's talking about me. Quick, noose! Someone put this in my." Then 100%. I'm suddenly part of the conversation. It's like no one talks about him when he's driving.
No, because he's never been a champion.
Yeah,
you know, he's not.
So he needs to get into the conversation by saying racism.
Let me look. How many races has Bubba Wallace won? How many races? Funny races. I think he won at Daytona. He's won. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 2 races. I've won 2 races of iRacing. He's won 2 races. And his first one is in... he hasn't won since 2022.
Yeah, well... Now,
his first one was at Talladega.
Yeah.
Which is an easy track because anyone can win at Talladega. Anyone. And Kansas also is like a medium track that's like a super speedway. So
like I'm not saying I'm a better driver than him, but I'm also not good enough to be in that sport. So
I will be.
So I was talking about that kid who crashed on the warm-up lap of the Formula One on the weekend on his first first race, and it's like, yeah, that's I didn't mean to laugh because it's like, well, you know, but you are one of 20 of the best drivers in the world this year in Formula One, and that happens. It's like that's not good.
I just like. Maybe he got excited or nervous.
Oh, it was wet. It was rain. It'd been raining, and it was a wet track, so I get that. and he's probably not used to driving in Melbourne. And who is Melbourne sucks.
Well, it's your first race amongst
Your
the
first
20 best
race in
drivers.
Formula One, and
But also,
Oh,
you're
man.
not. It's not like you've never been in a car before.
exactly.
If you've made
He,
it
he
there.
was in I think he was in Formula 2, and he was in a bunch of other stuff. And then the other one of the other, actually, most of the rookies just didn't finish the race. But yeah, the another one crashed on the first lap, and it's like, oh man.
As of now, no one has unsubscribed from my channel after tonight's show, so
That's
I
good.
consider that a win. No one's unsubbed.
Oh, look, if no one's has unsubscribed after I've come on board, then that's a good sign.
Tony, people love you, dude. You are a huge part of the show. Obviously. So don't think that, man. The thumbnail. Yeah, great thumbnail.
Oh, it's damn sight better than the original.
I think I'm more attractive than she is.
Eh.
I'm not asking you.
You
don't need an opinion on that.
You got
I'm
better
just saying I think
personality
I
than
am.
her. She's got terrible personality.
At least I'm white. Unlike her, at least I'm white.
Hey, you're not hated around the world.
Well, maybe. Just not to the extent she is.
I don't think anyone is.
I know people do hate me. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, you know, dude, you've known me long enough to know the people who don't like me. You know that. There are people.
I don't think anyone should hate anybody, really.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like that either. I don't like that word myself. I only hate people who are dumb.
I really despise Tesla drivers, I gotta say.
Oh my gosh.
They're everywhere here. They're all over the road. And they just they're so smug when they're driving past, like in their little so it goes past and you're like, you get a real engine.
What are you doing? What are you doing with my show right now? Are you going against what I said earlier?
No.
It feels
no,
like.
not at all.
Because I'm
No,
saying
Jordan,
Tesla drivers have every right to drive on the road.
Oh yeah, they do. Just
But we had that Columbus. Did you not see that thing from Columbus?
I'm allowed to laugh at them though.
Where the Tesla driver was he was like, "Hey, I'm a victim." Did you see that part of the show?
Did. Yeah.
And yeah, this guy in Columbus is like, I drive a Tesla and everyone's trying to run me off the road.
I'm not saying I want to run them off the road. I just don't like them.
Here's my opinion, and maybe I didn't make this clear enough. No, I did. I definitely did. But let me reiterate. You dug your own fucking grave.
Oh, yeah.
All right? You're a rich motherfucker who got a Tesla. You're liberal, and you thought getting a Tesla was going to save the world. And then you got a Tesla, and you found out the guy that sold you the Tesla is a piece of shit. And then now you're getting ran off the road, and you're upset about it, and you're blaming everybody else. The fact is, you just don't fucking think about things besides yourself. That's how we end up with these problems, Tony. That's how you end up with asshole Tesla drivers and then asshole drivers that aren't Tesla drivers running Tesla drivers off the road. It's a big war of a bunch of fucking idiots who don't know shit about shit. And now everyone wants a Toyota. Guess who drives a Toyota? This guy. And I love my Toyota, by the way. Knock on wood.
You
get what I'm saying?
I drive a Ford Fiesta. I can't really talk.
Ham C says, Blake curse, nothing worse than when your sock goes down inside your shoe. Dude, I agree with that. But also, I mean, anytime you get like, my feet are sensitive. So if I get like like the tiniest of anything in my shoe, it ruins my day. I have to rip my shoe off, dump it out. If it's a pebble or I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I'm with you on that. Oh god, yeah.
I'm not into feet, but my feet are very important to me. By the way, Hennessy's where are you from? Where are you from? You said bloody curse. That sounds British.
Bloody curse.
Dude, what about this one? Dude, this if I can find this would be insane.
I love the fact there's a pillow between Dale and Kira.
They're amazing.
It's like, yeah, we're going to hang out, but there's still got to be a barrier.
And the one pillow says
Kira's on
reserved for the
pillow.
dog.
He's wagging a tail.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him back there. This is my life now. And I
Human
love it.
sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. Ghostbusters. I love it. I love my there's now officially 10 legs in this apartment. You know, there's 10 legs in this apartment.
That's a good name for a band. 10
4,
legs.
8, 10. Yeah, 3, 11 to count my dick, but people love the pets here on Hoffcast.
10 legs is a good band name.
10 legs. What about More Than Fairchild?
I love More Than Fairchild. I think that's great. I think it's a good play on words.
I don't know if it's a good band name, but I think it's a great play on words.
Absolutely.
I think Goshen's still going to be the main project of my music is Goshen. More Than Fairchild might be like if I do some crazy shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to have options.
Well, I told you about my plans for music. Is like I don't want everything to be under the same name. I want
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a project like if it's gonna be electronic, I'll do like under this name and then acoustic. Which, dude, I just heard a band I used to play with recently, and Without Me, dude, their songs sound like they got no balls. And
is that the band name?
No Balls. Yes, that is
No
their band
balls.
name. Yes, No Balls. And I'm like, well, I cannot at this point write any music that has no balls. You know, I mean, I don't think I'm capable of writing music without balls. But the music we used to write had balls to it, and now the music does not have balls. And I was like, well, that's why they asked me to come back because they're missing their balls.
They need
Tony.
balls. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the balls of the band.
Oh, so that's their fault for losing their balls.
Let me show you something, Tony. I don't know if I've ever shown this here. I don't know if I've ever shown this on a Hoffcast. I truly don't know if I have or not. If I can even find it. You with me, bro?
Yeah.
Here it is. I don't know if I've ever shown this on Hoffcast, but band I was in, live video. I'm right here, the white guitar. When you say you want balls to a band, this is me. When you say you want balls, this is what I do. You write a riff that has balls.
Let's get a little bit higher, baby.
Dude, I killed it back then. Here we go. So here's the thing, Tony. I remember every bit of that.
That smoke machine was going crazy.
And it was phenomenal. The power of my playing got the crowd into it. It had nothing to do with anybody else. And I will take full credit. Besides the singer, used to do a good job.
Mm.
Everyone else is kind of a piece of shit, you know.
Well, that's their problem. This should have been better.
But now they have a new band and they wanted me to come back, and I'm like, no, I'm not coming back. You done fucked me over. Yeah. It's like the guitar player from Mastodon. They let him go.
Yeah.
And that was like they've been together 25 years. Could you imagine seeing someone else play your music up on the stage that you wrote?
Yeah, I that's one of those things about bands that I never couldn't really wrap my head around is, when someone's been in a band for so long and then they go, we're going in a different direction, so, goodbye. And then, someone else is playing the songs that you either wrote or used to play. And it's like, that's got to hurt.
If you appreciate the work that you've done for anything, to see someone else take over your work and take credit for it, it's got to be like heart-wrenching, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if I were to see someone go on stage and play what I played there in that last video, I'd be fucking pissed off. You know what I mean? It would eat me. It'd eat me alive because that's what I did. And it's different because it's copywritten. Everything you sell your songs to the label. The label owns your music.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So the guy has no actual right to be like,
but
you
there
can't do
is
that because he doesn't own what he wrote.
But there is an emotional connection to it.
Not just that, it's called selling your soul, you know, to some extent. That's why I like independent musicians and artists because you can do what you want and not feel like you're selling your soul, but you're not going to have the push or the success behind you. And the only time you're ever going to really have that is when you're playing the game, Tony. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're playing along with what they want, and you're not going to get good art out of what a corporate company is going to want to put out to the masses. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I guess it's that what do you want out of it? Do you want to create art or do you want to be famous?
Exactly. Well, I mean, there can be. It's not
both,
exclusive.
No,
there can be a Venn diagram where it meets in the middle, but it's not always. It's not. It's pretty rare. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, you generally don't have the machine working for you, pushing your name and your music and that as much as if
that's my thing with like Tom McDonald is like he claims to be independent, but I think he's got some producers. I'm not gonna say what kind of doctors they are. But he is pretty pro-Israel. Let me say that, you know. He is pretty he's on the side of the Daily Wire. He had Ben Shapiro in a rap song. You know I love Tom McDonald. You know I love him, but
I love Tom McDonald too.
There's no way he's not getting funded by Israel, allegedly.
The thing is, I don't really care if he is. Honestly, it's like
he's putting out good messages.
What's the embarrassment? It's like
I agree with that.
Own it.
Look at this. Courtney, what's up? Long time no see.
Courtney. How's it been? I haven't seen her in ages.
What time was that? Okay, just a minute ago. What's up, Courtney? Good to see you. Long time no see. Absolutely glad to see you.
I hope you're doing well.
Courtney's a good person. Yeah,
she's
very good person. And that's what we need more in this world is good people like Courtney, you know? And
Absolutely.
like, I don't care if people think I'm an asshole. Sometimes I just need to say things that need to be said. Some people don't need to be coddled. I'm talking about like raising kids earlier. Like, how would you raise a kid? You know, like, would you raise a kid to like, you know, would you hover parent around a kid, or would you like raise it to be strong? You know, there's a very fine line between abusing a kid to be strong and being coddling to where to be a weak pussy. You know, there's throttle control is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
I'm in iRacing. When you go into a turn, you can't go full speed. You can't go full brake. You got throttle control. You got to find a moderation, a median in order to get through it to be successful. And I think some people are just either full throttle or full brake, if that makes any sense.
I never use the brake in a car game. That's what the other cars are for.
Well, you're an asshole.
To help me
You get a
stop.
very low rating. You'd have a very low iRacing rating.
I would not, but I wouldn't do that against actual other drivers. I'd only do it against the AI.
Courtney says I kind of took a break a little bit after I was assaulted really bad.
Oh,
I'm doing well.
geez,
And
that's
Jerry's second,
horrible.
not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm back. Who assaulted you? Are they in jail?
That's fucking horrible. I'm glad you're back. That's
Was
that's
it Diddy?
Fucking Diddy.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to make a joke. But I'm glad you are doing well. Assault's not good.
No.
She says they're out on bond, but they're being charged with Melanie charges. I don't know what that means.
No idea.
The guy who broke into my home, I don't think he's in jail. I think he got deported.
Bloody hope so.
I walked by his apartment down there. I haven't seen lights on in months.
No, that'll teach him for being illegal and
Dude,
breaking in.
that was the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
I could imagine.
Ever.
Yeah.
The craziest thing that's ever happened to me. It's not the craziest thing that I've ever done, but it's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. You know, like I didn't want that.
No one should. No one deserves that.
Well,
At all.
it could have went way different that night, man.
It could have,
went
and
way
I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
I'm really glad it didn't. But justice has been served, so that's good enough.
I just want all the Mexicans out of the country. That's it. You know, legal or not, get out.
See that meme the other day where it says ICE has arrested Speedy Gonzalez and deported him back to Mexico?
Yeah. Puerto Ricans too. You know, Puerto Ricans can also get the fuck out. I think Puerto Ricans can sometimes be more aggressive than Mexicans. Just my opinion. A lot of these people, they got the Puerto Rican flag on their fucking cars, and they're the most aggressive drivers on the road. And it's like, you're not in Puerto Rico. I don't know how you drive down there, you know. But we're trying to live up here in America, in Ohio. Sorry, what's up, Tony?
Oh no, I don't know. They drive it. It's a relatively small country, isn't it? Doesn't take like 10 minutes to drive around.
That's probably why they're driving so fast.
Got to get there.
Horny says, I almost died off when unconscious, strangling me. Well, I cannot get into that. It's not something I can get into here on Hoffcast. It sounds like a personal conversation.
Horrible. That's really horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible and I feel bad, but it sounds like a conversation for a personal time, not a public time, in my opinion. But I hope you're doing well. 100%. Anyways, yeah, Courtney, you're probably driving, which you shouldn't be driving and texting. I'm glad to see you, Courtney. But Tony, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon.
Yep, not all good. All good.
Anything else that you want to You want to say or talk about before we head
No,
out?
no, I'm all good. I can't think of anything at the moment. Brain's completely blank.
Same. That's I think it's a good time to wrap up. But I want to thank everyone who watched tonight. Yeah, Courtney. Yeah. Yeah, but sorry you asked, I responded. Yeah, I know I did. I know. I appreciate your candid response.
Yeah,
more than you know. I just thought, like, that's a lot of information, and if you'd like to talk about it personally, I'm more than the chat. I'll do it one more time. If anyone wants to come by and hang out after the show, I just think that's more of a personal thing than a public thing for Hoffcast. If you want to talk about something like that, but
yep, peace and blessings to you too, Peter.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, Tony, I want to thank you one more time for the great edits that you've been doing for the show. And also just like being my co-host, a big supporter, and Tony, you're the man.
Thank you.
I gotta say it, Tony's the man. Hey, if you're watching right now, put in the comments, Tony is the man. Because he is. He is. Give some credit to Tony out here. The guy's keeping the show afloat, for fuck's sake. I wouldn't even done the stream tonight if you hadn't made the edit of the Snow White picture that was so good. And I felt entitled to do the show. So, and I thank you so much for that, man. It's so good. It's so good. The work you've been doing, man.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah, anything else you want to say before we head out, Tony?
No, I'm all good. Thanks to everyone in the chat for being there. It's always good to see you and have a chat to you.
Absolutely. Well, Tony's the man, and we're gonna get out of here. You know what Tony wears? Tony wears a size 12 shoe, and he kissed the devil in the face with them motherfuckers. Let me tell you. And I think the last thing that we should say, Tony, is this.
Maybe you can all sit around some coffee house in Lower Manhattan and celebrate how f***ing smart you all are.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I thought you were going to play, but yeah.
Which one? Oh, actually, the last one. Yeah.
It was going to be Clarence.
Bitches leave.
All right. Thank you all for watching tonight. It was a fun show. I don't know what I can clip from this because I used a lot of language like cunt and bitch and libtard and fuck and midget and retard. And I used all of that language throughout the show.
I think you should clip that and just play that.
Yeah, maybe I should just. But I just really wrangled it up there.
It's just all the swearing at once. People will look at, oh, he's
I think I said every word that I shouldn't say tonight. I didn't say the N word, even though I am one. By the way, I just want to say to everyone who's watching right now, I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. Unless you're Mexican, go fuck yourself. I'll see you guys later. Tony and Hoff signing off.